Welcome back, guys, and today we are taking a look at that water elemental build as promised. This one's still a work in progress. It's going to require kind of the perfect talisman and a few changes to the build here and there possibly, but I will say that it is almost as good as the Nagakuga Longsword, and that is impressive for an elemental build. No frills attached this time. I'm going to jump straight into the build, take you through what you need to know, and give you a quick damage comparison at the end between the Nagakuga Raw build that everyone seems to be using in the meta right now, and this water elemental build that hopefully will start to stack up. I do want to make mention of the fact that you need to be fighting a monster that is weak to the water element to make this build work most effectively. That's where it's really going to shine, but it is going to work anywhere. It's good, it's strong, it's not the utmost best on every single monster, but it really packs a punch, and if you like elemental damage and you like the look of the Elemental Longsword, this is the one for you. Right, let's have a look at the equipment loadout and see what we've got for you here. Starting straight off, the Doombringer Blade. This is the Elmiodron Longsword. It is rarity 6 with 180 attack. Nice big blue sharpness and a ton of water element. Along with that, it has a single level 2 decoration slot for that attack gem and a level 1 decoration slot for the water elemental gem. That is the damage one, obviously. If I have a look here, I have opted for the water boost 2 rampage slot, and that's to squeeze as much water elemental damage out of the blade as possible. You could put that onto attack boost and get some more base attack damage if you wanted to do that. I think both will work pretty well. Later on, Element Exploit might really come into play, or if you have a particularly weak monster to water, you might want to try that out as a fun looking rampage skill, but for me, I've opted to just boost up that water damage as high as possible, and that's how we got to that number of 54. I believe this is the highest single elemental damage you can have on a longsword at this point. Now the build is exactly the same in terms of the armor slots as the Nagakuga Longsword build, the raw build. Got the Zinogre helm for that weakness exploit, the Remover suit for critical boost, Rathalos braces for attack boost, including the level 2 attack gem, Scalday Leecher for the rest of the weakness exploit, and Golden Hakama to finish out that critical boost. Now, what I've added onto this build is water attack damage, for the Zinogre helm, the Remover suit, and the I didn't even put in the Golden Hakama, so you actually don't need it everywhere. What I will say is that you may need to add it in a single extra slot, because on my talisman I have that 1 level of water attack. So if we jump into the full skill info over here, you can see we've got the full water attack 5, that's plus 20% water, and a bonus plus 4 on top of that. Attack boost 4 to get the percentage based damage, critical boost 3 to max it out, weakness exploit 3 to max that out, quick sheath 3, which is just meta on all longsword builds right now, it's amazing. I've once again opted for the defense boost. I think on this build I would recommend either putting on speed sharpening or knockout resistance, KO resist. Stun resist, not KO. And the latent power is just a nice to have once again. Very similar to my last build, but let's break down how this affects the damage and what kind of numbers we're going to be seeing in comparison to the raw damage build when we add in this water attack and we use the water-based longsword. Right, so let's look at the damage comparison between the Doombringer Blade on the left and the Deepest Night Nagakuga Raw Damage Longsword on the right. We've obviously got a water element on the left hand side. This is the elemental build. Let's see how the damage numbers stack up against each other. We're going to do a single Helm Breaker on an Anjanath, which is weak to the water element, and compare the damage numbers. So as you can see, as we drop the Helm Breaker here, I tried to catch both of them in the frame, and there we go. We can see the difference here is 128 for the good hits on the Doombringer Blade and 134 for the good hits on the Nagakuga Blade. The Nagakuga Raw Longsword build is still slightly better, but not that much. Let's look at it again. Obviously, we can still add crit element into this build. We can still get better talismans for this build. And once again, we want to play around with the elemental factor of it. So as you can see, this is doing almost as much, and it's still a really great build. I don't see anything wrong with testing this out and hunting with it. It's not going to slow down your hunts very much at all. I personally really like this build. That's it from me today, guys. I appreciate every single one of you that's come through, dropped a like, dropped a comment, and yeah, made it to the end of this video. You guys are really, really helping out, and thank you all for being here. You mean a lot to me, and yeah, I hope I can keep making amazing content for you guys. I'm going to keep doing my best, and we'll see you in the next one.